everyone. Welcome to the chat.
Hello.
Look who we have here today, Suzy Hanna. I'm so excited. Suzy has so many exciting things to tell us about health and wellness. As we know, without your health, money means nothing. You can have all the money in the world, but if you are not healthy enough to be able to enjoy it, then it's not worth it. Life is not worth it. So Suzy has a lot of great ideas, a lot of things that she's been doing over the years to take care of her health, and she's my mentor when it comes to that as well. As you know, people are asking me, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Well, I follow Suzy.
Oh, thank you so
yeah,
much.
tell us about yourself,
everybody. Well, I'm a concert pianist and teacher. So my passion has been music and children and teaching in Santa Clarita for 30 years. And my other passion has been health and wellness. So I started as a youngster exercising, and just as a redhead, I found out I had a few little issues to deal with. The sun, allergic to vitamin D and some different things. So as I grew up, I had a few little interesting health challenges. And went on a journey to make sure that I could have a very vibrant quality of life, which is what we all want, right?
Yeah.
And then about 5 years ago, I was so excited. I had lunch with a friend who was sick and sitting there blowing her nose and coughing all over me, but she looked amazing. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can't pull that off when I'm sick. I look really bad. And she said, Suzy, achoo, and she's blowing her nose. And she goes, everybody's been telling me that all day long. And she said, and I just started with this new cream called Nerium. I said, what is that? Well, 5 years ago, I learned about a cream called Nerium, and it's to take years off your face and do everything to help your skin look vibrant and younger and glowing. And I thought, oh gosh, as a redhead and skin issues all my life, I was interested. So it started that way, and this product came out of cancer research at MD Anderson. They were trying to cure melanoma, and they had an accidental discovery. Wow. So this is how Darlene and I met, and I took this beautiful lady, it made her even more beautiful, with a beautiful skin. And then a couple of years later, we attracted Princeton University. And they had been working on a bioactive molecule from the coffee plant. Not that you could drink enough coffee to improve your health, but they extracted one molecule.
From the plant itself?
From the coffee plant, yes. And worked on this active molecule for 20 years. They found an extraordinary change in your brain health. Now, if you have optimal brain health, your neurons and synapses working the way they should, you are going to have the best quality of life. Why? Because of course your brain regulates everything about us. So they gave this 20-year research product to NFL, NBA, super athletes, and they said, here, you guys take this first, and you tell us what you see. Well, they came back and they went, oh my gosh, we have better memory on the field. We have recovery from exercise. Our immune system is boosted. We're sleeping amazingly, and we don't require as much sleep. Organizational skills, deep thinking, creative thinking, and they said, this is good to go. Give it to the public. That was 2015. So April of 2015, this remarkable product, this miracle in a box, came to everyone. And on YouTube, on the internet, they put it out there. Who needs better brain health? 1 billion people came back and said, we do. What are you talking about? So there have been other brain health products on the market, but this came out, and people with stroke, and people with autism, and people with dementia, Alzheimer's, MS, diabetes, ADHD, ADD, all these people are like, what will this do for me? Not that we cure anything, but this all-natural product with vitamin B's and D's, alpha-lipoic acid, huperzine A, which is very important for brain health, selenium for mood, came to all these different people from young to old. And the product goes into your body and says, what do you need? What do you need, Hillary? What do you need?
So it's an adaptogen. It's like an adaptogen.
Yes.
It adapts to your body's needs.
Yes. So we found stories within 10 to 14 days on this amazing product of life-changing situations. Darlene and I have a good friend in Stevenson Ranch right here in town. And this darling man at 78 was going into dementia, the father of my best friend. And then he had a concussion. Almost bled to death. That reduced him to a chair, sitting for 4 years, saying yes and no, and that was it. His wife, he couldn't take care of himself. They had a social worker come in and take care of him. He had no quality of life, let alone his poor little wife, who was half his size, a little teeny gal, trying to take care of him. So life for the entire family unit had dramatically changed. We thought, what if? Do you suppose anything could help Joe? We gave him this product. Would you believe within 10 days, it was like a switch was flipped. And all of a sudden he came to life. And he was like, realizing he was still here and, looking around and all of a sudden saying a few more things other than yes and no. This is 4 years, ladies, that he was in a wheelchair, you have to understand. And pretty soon, within 2.5 months, this man, so now he's older, he is remembering his life, his childhood, he was telling jokes. He would go out of the house for the first time in 4 years, go to the restaurant. So when I say what we have is life-changing, I mean exactly that.
It's amazing.
Is this something that, because my husband had a stroke last year, and so he's on certain medication. Yeah, he did have 2 strokes. So he's on medication. Would he have to get a doctor's approval to take this because of possible interactions?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. If it interacts with medication.
The answer is no.
Okay.
They don't, because it's a holistic, all-natural product. We have many doctors, from pediatricians to neurologists at UCLA, Dr. Chua, and on, who prescribe it and say, and I have 4 different friends who have cancer, who have taken it to 4 different cancer doctors, and they said, oh my gosh, this will so help you. Everything in there we would give you anyway. So absolutely, for your own peace of mind, he could take it to his doctor, and I would say do so. But we are very happy to say it interferes with no medications.
Okay, it doesn't have an interaction.
Not at all.
So how does it help chronic illnesses like diabetes?
Isn't that interesting? They're doing a lot of studies. In fact, we feel that Princeton University is inching their way to finding, someday, they might be the first. I'm going to say might, someday, maybe, because I don't know for sure. But millions of dollars are pouring into Signum Biosciences right now to continue their research toward Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and all of these other disorders that you've mentioned and diseases. They're on their way. So Michael J. Fox gave $600,000. The National Institute of Health just gave $10 million. Columbia University, and they have many partners that have collaborated on this product. But I'm excited because I have a little 4-year-old who has speech apraxia. So when he tries to say a word, it won't come out. So speech impediment. And working with therapists, we put half a little pill, gave it to him. It's a supplement you take daily. It's a $60 a month supplement that, again, we've seen children to seniors change. And he is now improving. And all of his therapists are like, what have you done differently? My own situation was, I've exercised all my life. So all of a sudden, I go to my chiropractor, I go, my hips hurt. Well, all of a sudden, this was 10 years ago. And he goes, Suzy, you've done everything right, but you've worn away all the cartilage in your hips. And I'm like, stop. He goes, well, just don't walk, don't do this. I'm going, yeah, right.
Don't walk.
Don't walk as much. Don't run.
I can relate to the pain of
As long as you
exercise.
move, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Sit in that chair and don't worry about it. I've got 3 grandkids. Come on. No. So I get on EHT, never, ever thinking anything more about the hip situation. Ladies, would you believe, in a year and 4 months, I went on vacation, had 3 little kids all running around after them, going to the pool, up and down 86 stairs and doing this and that for a week. I get home, I'm unpacking the car, and I'm going, my hips don't hurt for the first time in a year and 6 months. I had been on it, and I was like, I have no other explanation. I didn't change anything else.
Did you continue exercising?
I did, but I just reduced, walking. I used to walk miles with my girlfriends, and so I just went on the elliptical machine, did things that made sense for the information I had. But nothing else had changed. So
That's good.
I'm excited to bring this to the world because it is, again, something that you can give to someone and say, let's see what it's going to do for you. It's really exciting. So Nerium has a holistic approach with this EHT product for the brain, regulating who you are and how you're going to live your life today. And then we have a probiotic that's brand new.
Pro-pre.
Pro-pre. It has a prebiotic, a probiotic.
Probiotic.
It's
So it's
amazing.
a prebiotic and a probiotic. No?
In a powder.
Yeah, in a powder?
In one.
Yes.
Oh.
So the prebiotic feeds the probiotic to work into your system, and then they did what nobody else has done. They gave you a lotion for your whole body to have a barrier against all the antioxidants, the bad things out there, the free radical damage. So we have a probiotic, and then we have a youth factor powder you put in your water and drink, an enzyme. I have leaky gut, which is an autoimmune disease. Molecules pass into your bloodstream. Your body actually attacks itself. I was hospitalized 2 times and on all different kinds of medications to see what that was about for 12 years. I started on youth factor. I can get away with murder now. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad, but I can eat things I never used to and not have a reaction. So I just want to tell you about Nerium because I think they are astounding in each of their fields for brain health, cellular regeneration.
So tell me a little bit more about the leaky gut, because you hear that majority of us, with gas and indigestion, heartburn, is a side effect of or the effect from having a leaky gut. So most of us have that and we don't even realize that what it is. So you said it was a probiotic
Yes.
that works on the leaky gut?
Yes, that is helpful, and you have your story about heartburn.
Oh my God, I've been telling everyone. I have been experiencing heartburn and I guess you would say indigestion and all that for over 4 or 5 years. I've tried everything. I've been a doctor, I had an endoscopy, you name it, I've done it. And there's nothing that came back. They just said, you have GERD. It's something you have to live with. Here's a pill. You're going to take this for the rest of your life. And I'm like, oh no. I rebuked that, and I was just constantly looking for something. So when I heard about this was coming out, the prebiotic, probiotic, I was so excited. So I went on it over a month ago, and after the first time that I took it, the second day I was able to get off my medication. I don't recommend that for anyone, but for me, because the medication, as you know, helps reduce acid. And the pro and pre helps, generate acid. So I didn't want it to conflict with each other. So that's why I personally took myself off the medication, and I don't have that issue.
That's
Wonderful, that is awesome.
I feel so good,
Yes.
and I feel so much cooler inside.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so happy.
Well, Suzy, that was very enlightening, and I enjoy listening to you. And I know that our show is coming to an end, but I would love for you to come back and talk to us a little bit more about the pre and probiotics, because I'm personally interested in that, because there are a lot of us that are suffering from leaky gut, and we don't even know that's what we have, because we have indigestion, we have constipation, and we have gas and all of these other little things, and actually it's a part of leaky gut. So next time I would be interested in really hearing a lot more about leaky gut.
Love to come
Thank
back.
you so much.
Thank you.
I'd just like to share a little thoughts with all of us today, all of you today. Before you fall asleep tonight, say something positive to yourself. Keep those thoughts working even while you sleep. That's a wrap for us. Bye.